The fence moved while I was asleep. 6 feet, clean, precise, and done quietly, like they hoped I wouldn't notice. I own a long, narrow stretch at the edge of an HOA 8 acres, where a creek bends and the trees lean low. It's the only place in the neighborhood without manicured lawns, which already made me a problem. The HOA president, classic HOA Karen Energy, called it unfinished. I called it home. The first sign something was wrong came with a letter taped to my gate. Notice of encroachment. It read, according to the HOA, I was using their common area. 6 feet of it. They'd corrected the boundary and installed a temporary fence to protect residents. Temporary didn't look temporary. Steel posts, fresh gravel, and a brand new walking path being graded behind it. I walked the line with my boots in the mud, counting steps. The creek stones hadn't moved. The old oak hadn't moved. My grandfather's marker, scratched into limestone decades ago, was still exactly where it had always been. The fence wasn't. I emailed the board. No response. I showed up to the next meeting. HOA Karen smiled and said, our attorney approved everything. That's when the room went quiet. Because 2 days later, concrete trucks rolled in. They poured footings for benches, installed solar lights, put up a decorative sign calling it Riverwalk Commons right on my land. Neighbors waved as if it had always been theirs. That's when I stopped arguing and started documenting. Photos, drone footage, old plats, tax maps, a creek buffer study the HOA had ignored. I didn't send another email. I filed for an emergency injunction. The judge visited the site himself. He stood at the limestone marker, then at the fence. He asked one question: who authorized this? No one answered. The order came down fast. The HOA was to restore the boundary immediately and remove every improvement placed beyond it. No negotiations, no easements, no after-fact approvals. The teardown took 3 days. Benches jackhammered out, lights pulled and tossed. The sign cracked in half when the loader lifted it. HOA Karen stood at the edge of the road, phone pressed to her ear, watching the path disappear one slab at a time. But the quiet part came later. Special assessments, emergency meetings, a board resignation, and a new fence, this one exactly where it belonged. Now when I walk the creek at dusk, there's no path. Just water, stone, and 6 feet of land that tried to vanish overnight, and learned it couldn't.